Good day, good day, good day. It is the 15th of May, 2024, a Wednesday. I'm just doing my daily update for myself and whoever's still watching. I think I'll enjoy just going back and going, oh yeah, we've come a long way. At any rate, this morning I was able to get to the airport quite early because I wanted to work on getting the old GoPro kind of established. So more on that later. I mean, I have some footage. I have no idea what to do with it after that. So I'm going to try to ask my daughter later. But remember how yesterday I think I said something about there's going to be something that's going to slow down progress. Well, as soon as I got there and tried to walk through the pedestrian gate, the code doesn't work. Man, that stinks. So I'm standing there and well, there is a nice gentleman that works at one of the hangars and he opened the door for me, so I got in. And I got all the pre-check done and I got all the camera hooked up in there before Bonnie got there. And so we were leaving like on time, like 7:10. We were rolling taxi, checked the brakes, checked the turning coordinator, and off we were. We did the run up, everything was looking smooth. We got taxiway Alpha to 17 left. And I'm telling you what, do you know how many other planes were on that taxiway? None, because nobody likes flying at 7 except for me. Now there's a few other people. As the pattern was still full and we couldn't do pattern work at Centennial this morning. But we took off to the south. We did not get permission to do pattern work there. And so we headed northwest towards Spaceport, where we've done some touch and goes in the past, you'll recall. Well, we made it about 5 miles from Centennial, and Tower says, hey, your ADS-B is not reporting. Oh, man. So we said, all right, well, yesterday we had some ideas around, well, maybe we should cycle this thing and have you tried turning it off and back on again type of thing. And so we did that this time. And as we're making our way to Spaceport, we call the tower over there about 10 miles before you are 10 miles, within 10 miles of the airport, as you are supposed to do. And announced our position, said we're looking for touch and goes. And the air traffic controller says, your ADS-B is out. I still don't totally know all the rules around this, but apparently you're not really supposed to fly out there without people being able to see you. But it didn't make any sense because I'm flying the plane and Bonnie is looking at her cell phone, which begs the question, why do we get to play on our cell phones in an airplane when it's not an airplane mode? I'm gonna get shut down probably. At any rate, she was able to see that on a website called Flight Aware, which if you are like a few of my friends, you actually follow my little squiggly line if you have nothing better to do. So feel free to join me. I'll send you my tail number. But we were showing up there. Other people could see us. So it felt like a conspiracy is my first go-to or just bureaucracy, which lines up very often with a conspiracy. But at the end of the day, Bonnie just didn't feel comfortable. Additionally, the terminal area forecast was saying that ceilings for these clouds, I think, were like 3,000 feet above ground level. Nope. We were flying about 1,000 feet above ground level, and it was everything to do to stay underneath because you're supposed to stay under them by at least 500 feet. Well, we did our best. We did something called scud running, which I don't know if that's a Bonnie term or a real thing. I heard it in Star Wars, I feel like, at one point. Scud running. Or maybe that was a different kind of running. I don't know. But we ended up kind of flipping around and heading back to Centennial and dodging the actual ceiling was lowering as we were getting back to the airport. So I got one landing in and it went okay. So that was good. And we made it back 1.1 hours. It's going to take forever at this rate. So we were frustrated. Certainly both of us were frustrated. And so Bonnie, being the awesome instructor that she is, she just worked with some of the other people in the club and a couple of mechanics just to say, is this like, where are we at with this? Can we get an exception? Like, are we just stuck? Can we just do pattern work? Because this is a plane that I have reserved for a whole bunch of hours over the next couple weeks. So not ideal timing, if you know what I'm saying. At any rate, flash forward 2 hours and we got the okay to try to take it back up. And so we did. And it still didn't work, but a few folks had called Centennial Tower and called over to Spaceport Tower so that they knew of the issue. They could still see us on their transponder. Again, I don't really understand all the differences, but we're not trying to get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So we made our way back over to Spaceport, and we did 5 touch and goes. Bonnie had me do 2 times where you slip to the runway. So remember the little planey thing? And instead of going like this, you go like this and you drop your nose and you come in kind of like at a diagonal. That's different when you're closer to the earth. I'm not gonna lie. But the first time we did it, it still wasn't coming out of the air very fast, but it eventually did. And it was actually a halfway decent landing, which was kind of fun. And then the next time we tried to do it, I don't know what the heck was happening. I know planes are built to fly, but this is getting out of control when it won't just fall out of the sky at all ever. So we had to do a go around on that one. Long story longer, the day wrapped up great. Instead of just getting 1 hour and a bunch of frustration in the morning, we got 2.8 total. And do you know what that means if you're keeping track? I got my 40 hours, which means what? I can check ride tomorrow, right? No, not remotely, on account of I haven't soloed at night, I haven't flown at night, I haven't landed at night. It's a lot of night stuff. So, but I'm pretty excited considering that just, 19 calendar days ago, and several of those I didn't fly, I had 0 hours. So I think I'm averaging like 2.25 hours a day. You know, you go in with expectations, they don't come true, you roll with the punches. What else are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna be grateful for the opportunity. You're gonna realize how stinking blessed you are, and you're gonna work on trying to make somebody else's day. And here's my last story. So my friend Gretchen over at the Jet Center fuel place, she doesn't know she's my friend. I've never actually met her. But she answers the phone at 6:30 in the morning when I call for fuel like she's been up for hours. I guarantee this is a younger girl. And I'm just like, Gretchen, you are the friendliest person ever. And Gretchen says, I don't know, Mike. And she remembers me after 2 times. I don't know if that's positive or not, but if you know, you know, you know. And so she's just like, how's it going out there? Well, then later, that was yesterday. So today, Katie, I talked to Katie. Katie, do you fly too? And she goes, I'm trying to work on it, but it's very expensive. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm calling you for fuel. So my encouragement to all of you on this 15th day of May is it does not take much to make somebody's day. Put them in front of you, ask them a question, and even if you don't care about the answer, pretend you care. It's incredible to see that no one else is getting this from other people. So you can make a real big impact by doing almost no things, because that's where we're at in this crazy world. Be encouraged, and subscribe over here and whatever this one was. And tomorrow I've got the plane for 6 hours again. Today I had it for 6 hours and got 2.8. Let's see if we can go to over 3. Pull for the guy, would you? Okay, later, Gators.